So welcome back, and before going any further, let's just see what's happening here, right? Uh, okay, so to start a project, as we saw that we are typing yarn start, but what does this even mean? So when we do yarn start, right, yarn looks for the package.json file inside the folder, right? And inside our folder, we have this package.json file, and in that package.json file, yarn looks for the script called as start. Okay, so here's the script start. So what happens is yarn start essentially runs React script start for us. Okay, so let's see whether what I'm saying is correct or not, right? Let's do yarn start, and you see it's running React script start, right? It was there for a split second, but it did that. It did just that. Okay, now what happens when we do React script start? The create React app is designed in such a way it goes to the source folder and looks for the index.js file. Okay, and in this index.js file, we are writing something called as JSX. Remember, I told you that this is something which looks as HTML, but it actually is not HTML, it is JSX. We'll learn this, be patient, but yeah, it looks for the React DOM render JSX, and as we remember, there is a plugin called as Babel. Now Babel converts this JSX into what do we call normal HTML code, and then this normal HTML code goes to React DOM.render, and it then gets rendered inside the root element. Okay, we cool, right? So apart from this, what are the things that we are going to learn in this project, right? First is what is reusable components. Remember, when we were in the React.js documentation, it told us that React gives us a component based system, right? What does that mean by that, right? And what exactly is a reusable component, right? Then we'll be learning about what is a render and what's a re-render. Then we'll be learning about immutability, virtual DOM, and what exactly is a state. So let's just get started. As we saw, we were here and all the coding is being done in the app file, right? And we can see that we have a hello app here, so we are definitely sure that this hello app is being picked from the app file, right? So we are making a click counter, right? What does a click counter need? A plus button to increase the count, let's say also a minus button to decrease the count. What else? A counter, and we probably also need a small heading, right? So let's just remove this and let's write h1 and let's give it the name click counter. Let's see if it's working. Yeah, we see the click counter, right? Oh, now we have to first give it a closing bracket, right? Let's give the counter. To give it the counter, we'll use, let's say, h2, and let's give it a static value of 0 right now. We'll see what happens. Cool. When we go here, okay, it's giving an error. So what we did is we did h1 tag and we wrote another h2 tag. So I don't like the spacing here. Let's just make sure it is a bit clear now, but even the code editor is showing me some issues. But yeah, let's just see what the issue is here. Adjacent JSX elements must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. Read it properly. It's saying that adjacent JSX elements. What is this? This is an element and this is the adjacent element. Okay, or in other words, these are adjacent to each other, right? Adjacent JSX elements must be wrapped. So they must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. What it's trying to say essentially is there must be a wrapper or a box around these, right? So to do that, I just gave you the spoiler. Let's just wrap this whole thing in a div. Let's just try doing that. Okay, when we do that, keep it here, right? And the error went away, and okay, so click counter and 0 are coming here, right? Now let's create a counter variable here. Const counter equal to 0, right? And we'll have to change the counter, right? So it shouldn't be const, it should be let. Okay, and now in order to let's give it 2. Okay, Now in order to show this counter in this h2 file, what we do is, let's just first remove this and give curly braces, right? Now counter is a JavaScript variable, so to show any of these JavaScript variables, we give curly braces, and let's just enter the variable name. Let's just see whether we have 2. Yeah, we have 2. Cool. All's good till now, right? By the way, I forgot to tell you, this is not the way that we are going to write the code. We'll be working with shittiest possible code ever first, and then we'll be refactoring it and understanding a lot of those concepts and how we have to write code in React. But for now, let's just write plain simple old HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so let's see how this looks. Yeah, click counter and 2 are coming, but there is some margin in the body that I don't like. Okay, we see the margin 8 and I don't like this margin in the body, right? Let's just remove this. So to do that, we'll use this index.css file. Okay, and let's first remove everything. As we are doing things from scratch, let's do this from scratch as well, right? So in order to remove the margin from body, we do body this margin of 0, and then let's do padding of 0, right? Also, we will do this for every HTML, for every element, and also for the HTML tag itself, right? Let's just save this, go here, and if we do refresh, okay, nothing's happening here. I did a lot of refreshes. Why is nothing happening here? Let's just see. Is this index.css file imported anywhere, right? It's not imported here. It's not imported here. Let's go to public. It's not added in the link here. So if the file is not imported anywhere, how will it work, right? So first things first, we need to import this file, and we'll import the index.css file in index.js. So let's just do that. Import, and in order to import CSS files, right, the convention is a little bit different. We do not import CSS files the way we did with JS files, right? What we do is we do import quotes dot slash index.css. Okay, by the way, when we did app, when we wanted to import app, right, we did not write app.js, right? Remember this, for JS files, it automatically knows that there will be a JS in the extension, right? But for CSS file, React doesn't know that. So let's just do control save here, and let's go here and let's refresh this, and yeah, here we have the margin is gone for all the elements and for the body as well, right? Cool. This looks cool. Let's come to the app file back, or let's wait for a minute, take a breather, and we'll see what to do next in the next video.